welcome to our Glory Globe TV as a breaking news. Yeah, Myanmar has assured India that there is no Chinese presence at Coco Island in Bay of Bengal, but people familiar with the matter say Nayab Ito is sitting on Delhi's request to allow its navy to visit the island chain, which is less than 100 miles from the Indian landfront island. Myanmar junta told India's visiting Defense Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh last month that not a single Chinese national was present in the Coco Islands in an effort to allay Indian concerns over Beijing using the islands as a listening post in the Bay of Bengal. Singh was in Nafito for the second annual defense dialogue with Major General Kawako Haitek, Chief of Myanmar Armed Forces, training on September 25 to 27. But the junta has still not given clearance to the Indian Navy to visit the Iceland chain despite requests through institutionalized diplomatic and military channels. The people cited above added the Indian Navy has asked Myanmar to be allowed to pay a visit to Coco Islands, but the request has elicited no response from the ruling junta. The Indian concern over Coco Island is that Myanmar has allowed China to establish monitoring and surveillance facilities to track Indian missile launches of the Balasore test range as well as track a movement of India's nuclear ballistic missile submarines from and to the newly constructed naval base at Rambeli. Just 50 kilometers from Visakhapatnam, the nuclear and conventional missile test range at Balasore said Balasore is APJ Abdul Kalam Island are virtually at the same latitude as the Coco Island chain. The suspicion of Indian national security planners is that China is using Coco Islands to assess the range, capability, and lethality of India's strategic deterrent using air surveillance and ballistic missiles struck are often seen in the Indian Ocean region. When the exclusive report, Glory Globe to Delhi, Bharat.